The Olympics are over, but there was a heartwarming story that came out of it, and it involved two female runners during the 5,000-meter semifinal. Now, during this race, Nikki Hamblin, who's from New Zealand, accidentally tripped over Abbey D'Agostino. In fact, they kind of crashed into one another toward around 3,000 meters into the race. And at first, Hamblin was the one who fell, and D'Agostino helped her up. Then, after D'Agostino helped her up, she realized that she was actually severely injured, and she fell. At that point, she told Hamblin, hey, you know what, keep going, keep running. But Hamblin refused to do so and decided to help her up, and then they both finished the race. Now, to give you some more details, it turns out that D'Agostino injured her ACL significantly, and so she has to get surgery as a result of that. Of course, they did not win the race. They did not even come close to medaling in the race. But nonetheless, it was a really good, heartwarming story to see this type of sportsmanship. So as a result, they're both going to get a very rare medal that's given out in the Olympics. It's only been given out 17 times, and it's for sportsmanship. Sounds like something that millennials get. You know what I mean? Like they don't win, but they get a trophy anyway.
No, good for them. God bless their hearts. Once they had fallen, you think that they're pretty much done anyway, so they can go ahead and do all the sportsmanship they like. But that's not necessarily true, because Mo Farah fell, and I watched that race. And he fell in the middle of a long-distance run, and he got up calmly, and then just, picked up his pace a little bit and mauled everybody. So, of course, completely different circumstances. So D'Agostino had no chance because she, hurt her ACL. Could Nikki Hamblin, if she had listened to D'Agostino, and I like D'Agostino, it's like out of a movie, like, it's okay, leave me behind.
Yeah.
Go on without me, save yourself. And Hamlin's like, no person left behind. The only thing would have been better is if she did a fireman's carry and carried D'Agostino across.
That'd be pretty epic, right?
Remember when you did one of John Iadarola?
Did I do it? No, I did it of Ricky. I did one with Ricky, and I walked a few steps and made it seem like it was a huge accomplishment. That was during our current days when we were at TV.
A long time. Anyways, bless our hearts. Look, it's always nice to see this. Sometimes that Olympic spirit is crushed. I remember the story of I think it was the German twins that crossed the marathon holding hands, and the Germans were not amused, at least the ones in the Olympic committee, and they're like, 999! One should have run faster than the other. Holding hands is very unathletic. Okay, and I was like, okay, hey, chill out. They were nowhere near the medal.
Yeah.
And normally they do, one finishes ahead of the other, but it turned out that in this case, like, they happened to be near the finish line together, and they held hands as they go, 9-9, okay, dude. They were like minutes away from the medals. It had nothing to do with anything. So it's nice to see like this being rewarded instead of sometimes weirdly punished at the Olympics.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anyone to punish, these women for it. And I love that they care about each other. And it seems like, based on the analysis I've seen of the fall and the race, it seems like Hamblin was the one who accidentally, hit D'Agostino's ankle, and that's what led to both of them falling. And so it would have been kind of questionable if she was just like, whatevs, I'm going to keep running. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that she stopped. And
most people would have kept running.
So, I think most people would keep running.
Because it was an accident. She didn't clip her, right?
Yeah.
So
not that we know. Just kidding. She didn't clip her on purpose.
Okay, one more act of sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship, huh?
Okay, sportsmanship that I disagree with now from the Olympics. Apparently, the Norwegians and the Germans were playing handball, and the Germans had too many people when they scored the winning goal.
Yeah.
And the Norwegians were like, you know what? We could protest that, and then we would have the medal, but we don't think that them having an extra person on the field really made a difference. They would have scored the goal anyway. We won't protest it. No, Norwegians, you've gone too far.
No, disagree.
No. Your whole like liberal attitude with your wonderful prisons and all this stuff, it's beyond the bounds of reason. They had too many people. Of course you could protest that.
I know, but look, this is what I commend them for. They did an assessment and they realized, the other team having an extra person didn't impact, them losing. So, like, move on with your life. It's kind of like when people are playing basketball and there's a shitty player who's calling foul constantly, right? It's like, no, you suck and you just want to find ways to win, so you're just going to call foul when you shouldn't be calling foul. right? Is that an accurate assessment?
That certainly happens, and it's the most grating thing in the world. But if the other team had 6 people, I would say no. Okay, anyways, God bless D'Agostino, who obviously will now set up an Italian deli wherever she lives. And it's unfair, right? And Hamblin, who apparently if you live in a country that starts with an N, you're wonderfully sportsmanlike. So thank you for doing that, Nikki Hamblin. Young Turks membership gets you the 2-hour show every single day. Watch it any way you like. Download it, stream it. You also get no ads at all. On top of that, you get the postgame. On top of that, you get really cool shows like Old School. On top of that, you are the independent media. I know what you're thinking now.
Can't wait.
TYTnetwork.com/join. Don't wait.